explore the campus by themselves and spend more time experiencing the fantastic grounds and facilities and get a flavour for what we call the Myerscough magic, that friendly atmosphere around our campuses that students, parents and visitors so often mention. Our finance, accommodation, transport and support teams will all be on site to answer any questions that you've got. As a start, I want to focus on what I feel really makes Myerscough stand out, and it's nothing too fancy or too clever. There's a million great things about college life, but it's three really simple and straightforward things that I'll touch on here that to me summarise the college so well, and hopefully you'll see for yourself. Firstly, and above all, it's students' enjoyment and happiness on their course. We want you to have a fantastic time while you're studying with us. We want you to make friends and memories that will last long after you've left our college or university centre, and we'll do whatever it takes to ensure you have a great experience while you're here. Secondly, it's about our tutors providing you with the sort of enrichment activities, work experience opportunities and industry visits that are going to make employers think, wow, how have they had the opportunity to go there or to do that or work with that sort of equipment? I need to get them in for an interview, I need to find out more about them. And thirdly, it's about our support teams and teaching teams coming together to ensure that A, you succeed on your course, and that B, we help kickstart you to that next level of study or job within your chosen industry. I'll touch more on these concepts as we work through this presentation, but to put the wow factor element into some context, we'd normally play a rather cool little TV commercial at our open mornings as people are entering the lecture theatre. We'll put the YouTube link up in the bio here, which tells the story of our Level 3 A-level equivalent football studies students a few years ago now, working in partnership with Nike, heading off on the England team coach to a non-league ground in Manchester to learn more about the business side of the sports industry as they filmed a promotional video to advertise Nike's search for a grassroots football star. What they didn't realise was that Nike ambassador and ex-England and Man United player Rio Ferdinand was also attending and selected one of those students, Joe Bunny, to progress to the next stage of the Nike competition. Now it's through students' ability and the college's reputation and success and the work of our tutors and coaches and this sort of exposure that helped to get the likes of Joe and Alex Kenyon and others that appear in the video their breaks into the professional game. So keep an eye on these guys and our other recent football graduates as they look to further their careers up the football pyramid. People often think of Myerscough as being a fairly new college, but no, we were founded back in 1894 very much as a centre of excellence of all things agricultural. We've invested more than £5 million in our innovative food and farming innovation and technology centre on the college farm, ensuring that our students are at the forefront of research into food security, food innovation and how we feed an ever-increasing global population. But 125 years on, agriculture has morphed into 25 different subject areas to ecology, conservation, countryside studies, gamekeeping, habitat management, to animal studies, veterinary nursing, equestrianism, zoology and farriery, and then to agricultural engineering, motorsports, blacksmithing and the construction plant academy that we have, and to horticulture, to woodland management, floristry, garden design, landscaping, sports pitch maintenance, and then also to sport, where recently we were effectively crowned one of the most successful sports colleges in the country, winning 42 different trophies and league titles across our football, rugby, cricket, golf, basketball and netball academies. We've 6 Myerscough centres across the northwest. All our courses and all our degree courses are taught at the Preston Centre, as we call it, at Billsborough, between Garstang and Preston. But various of our school leaver courses are also taught at our centres in Witton Park, Blackburn, Croxteth Park, Liverpool, Walton Hall, Warrington, up in Cumbria at Penrith, and at the Emirates Old Trafford Cricket Centre in Manchester. So have a look on the website or in the prospectus and you might find a centre that's closer to your home. There's no right or wrong centre to study at, so you choose which is best for you, and I'll touch on college transport in a few minutes. We've around 5,000 students in total. Around half of those are studying on what we'd call school leaver courses, mostly students who join us after year 11 at school, or maybe having started A-levels or a college elsewhere and not settled. But there aren't any age restrictions on our courses, so whether you're coming out of the police force or army, you're taking early retirement, being made redundant, or just fancy a career change, you're just as welcome as anyone else. One of the government's big focuses at the moment is on apprenticeships or traineeships as well, and we offer apprenticeships in most of our subjects. And find out more about how we work with employers to source vacancies, how we can match your skills and interests to that vacancy, and how our work-based assessors then come out to your workplace to provide training and assessment alongside your employer. Myerscough is also a university centre as well as a college. We were granted university centre status by Privy Council a few years ago, but have worked closely with the University of Central Lancashire for around 25 years. They validate the wide range of undergraduate and postgraduate degrees that we offer across all our subject areas. Myerscough students enrol as UCLan students, as well as Myerscough students, so can use the vast majority of the academic and social facilities at the UCLan campus in Preston, as well as all the facilities here at our own Myerscough campus. We also have close links with the University of Lancaster and the University of Cumbria, who have a base in Lancaster too, so there's quite a hive of activity here in the northwest for degree students. We also have quite a unique 14 to 16 programme, as we call it. That's where pupils at school, or homeschooled pupils, can come to college, usually 1 or occasionally 2 days each week, to study a vocational subject alongside their core GCSEs at school. Or for homeschooled pupils, the option to study a combination of maths, English and science GCSEs here at college. Finally, we offer a range of around 250 adult short courses. That's anything from beginners floristry workshops and beekeeping classes to landscape gardening qualifications and training to cover dog walking and pet sitting legislation. Click on the Adult Learners tab on the website for more information about them all. New start dates are currently being scheduled for many of these, and rest assured that we've spent more than £35 million in the last few years, ensuring that each of our centres has the facilities, resources and infrastructure to provide sector-leading learning opportunities. Myerscough is a very different type of place to study in so many ways. Firstly, and especially at the Preston Centre, we're a huge, green, leafy parkland campus, so different from most other colleges. It's a very relaxed campus and a very safe campus. Students are obviously physically safe, but we also have a zero tolerance policy towards any types of behaviour, banter or online activity that might not be well received by other students within a group. If I go back to my very first point about Myerscough, we want to make sure that you have an enjoyable and happy time studying with us. Many of our subjects are quite unique, especially here in the Northwest, so another great thing about Myerscough is that all of our students make a real conscious effort to study with us, and more often than not, what they want to study is already a hobby or real interest for them. From a parent's perspective, fast forward 1 or 2 years down the line, and that dedication and desire really pays off. When you look at our successes in the government's achievement tables, we're proud to have a very high pass rates, to be among the top specialist land-based colleges in the UK, our Coxted Centre to be in the top 2 colleges in Liverpool for student achievement, for example. Have a look at our inspection reports too. Our most recent Ofsted inspection report and our Higher Education QAA report highlight many of the great things about studying at Myerscough. One of those is that Myerscough is a very friendly campus. That's something that comes out time and time again from visitors. And keep following each of our departments on social media to get a flavour for some of those wow factor experiences that students get involved with, as well as the other things that students are saying about their time here at college. Also keep an eye on the activities of our Students' Union, the MSU, who organise a whole range of social activities at each of our centres. We're very proud of our achievement rates, but we're even more proud that we're a fully inclusive college. Opportunities for all to succeed is a strapline that's key to us and you'll see around the campus. So please do let us know about any additional learning support requirements that you might have. Sometimes people tell me that they're reluctant to tick the box on the application form about learning support, as it might somehow jeopardise their application, but nothing could be further from the truth. We're here to support students with dyslexia, dyspraxia, Asperger's, autism, visual impairments, hearing difficulties, whatever it might be. And the sooner we know about your support requirements, the sooner we can try to get that support in place for you. I just thought it was worth taking a minute or two to cover some of the questions we often get asked at careers events and school presentations, and hopefully answer some of those for you. People often think that because our subjects are different, we're a bit like a private school and people have to pay a lot to come here. For the vast majorities of students joining us from school, your tuition fees are paid for by the government, just like any other college or sixth form. We also have a range of bursaries available, depending upon family income, to help with things like travel and other college-related costs. You can chat with staff from our finance team later on Saturday about these, or download the relevant leaflets from the fees and finance pages of the website. For our degree courses, we mirror the University of Central Lancashire's fee structure, again with a series of bursaries and scholarships available. Transport is going to be an important issue for many of our students, which is why at the Preston Centre we have 7 daily bus routes into college, covering Burnley, Blackburn and Accrington, Clitheroe and the Ribble Valley, Lancaster and Morecambe, Blackpool, Fleetwood and the Fylde Coast, Chorley and South Ribble, and shuttle services connecting Preston bus and train stations. We also have free parking on campus, shuttle services during the day and a college day that starts at 9:30 a.m. Again, there's more information about transport on the website and also for our other centres, and our finance team can advise you on the cost of weekly, termly and annual passes. Accommodation on site is something you might also want to consider if you're thinking about studying at our Preston campus. We've got 20 different halls of residence for around 700 students, with a choice of self-catered or fully catered options, single or shared rooms, 5 days a week or 7 day a week catering. Again, catch up with our accommodation team and they can tell you more about the various packages that are available, as well as the support, guidance and safeguarding in place for our residential students. Finally in this section, applying to Myerscough. For our school leaver courses, the fastest way of doing so is via the website. Each fact sheet has an Apply Here button next to it, which takes you to our online application system. We always recommend applying for the level of course where the entry requirements most closely match your expected GCSE results. So if you're looking at getting 4, 5 or more GCSEs at 4 to 9, or A to C as it was, it'd be the level 3 suite of courses. Don't worry though, if you don't do as well as expected when you get your GCSE results, we're not going to abandon you. We'll simply recommend perhaps moving down a level or assessing you during the first 42 days of college to make sure you're on the correct course, you're enjoying it and you're coping well with the work. People do often ask though, what should I do if I haven't yet decided which subject I want to study? Well, feel free to add, for example, both equine studies and animal studies to your basket, or football and motorsports, and then decide nearer the time which one you want to take further. This year's looking to be a bumper year for applications, and we've had a real record year of students enrolling this September. For our full-time degree courses, most applications are made via the UCAS University's application system, and all our courses can be found on there under our University Centre Myerscough institution code M99. Applications for all our part-time degree courses, our adult skills short courses, can be made online through the Myerscough College website, and all our current apprenticeship vacancies are listed on there too. At the end of the day though, we're very proud to be a vocational college. We're here to help students get jobs in their chosen industries. We build our curriculum in partnership with industry to make sure you're studying the most relevant modules to help kickstart your career. So whether it's our floristry tutors bringing back the latest design trends from the British Floristry Association Congress, where we once again won the Training Provider of the Year accolade, or motorsport students travelling to events across Europe, we'll make sure you get your fair share of work experience. We regularly get former students coming back to college appreciative of the time at Myerscough to help train and recruit the next generation. Finally though, and it always seems a bit cliched to say, especially here doing it online, but genuinely, if you've got a dream to have a successful career in one of our subject areas, please stick with us. We'll do whatever we can to help you make it happen. Take Anthony Pilkington for example, a local lad from Darwin in Blackburn, and like Joe Bunny, who I mentioned at the beginning, a former level 3 football student, a Premier League player with Norwich City and the Republic of Ireland international, and a career that's seen him play for teams as diverse as Wigan Athletic and East Bengal in the Indian Super League. There's Paul Burgess, a local lad from Blackpool who started out as an apprentice groundsman at Blackpool Football Club, most recently stadium director at Real Madrid, and just been voted the most influential person in the world in sports turf maintenance. Then there's Sam Bradley and Leo Stevens, and Rob Musgrave who took the photo, finally back in action as the Formula 1 season sees spectators returning, Rob as Lewis Hamilton's #1 mechanic, and Sam and Leo maintaining Valtteri Bottas's car at the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 team. Also desperate to get back in action is Matthew Smith from Brighter Blooms, local in Walton le Dale, one of Britain's top horticulturalists and a gold medal winner at Chelsea for the past 5 years. In the animal sector, Kelly Wollstonecroft, whose blog you can follow on the British Army website, training mine detection dogs and sniffer dogs in the Middle East. And Sarah Roberts at the Bimini Shark Lab in the Bahamas, who's now got her own YouTube wildlife conservation channel, has written a children's book on marine conservation, teaches in schools about environmental sustainability, and has applied to be a Blue Peter presenter. And in equestrianism, 3 of our recent graduates, the youngest bloodstock editor on the Racing Post, sales and marketing manager at Huntingdon Racecourse, and Natasha in the middle, who now works in the Far East for the Hong Kong Jockey Club. So hopefully that has given you a flavour for life at Myerscough and what really drives us as a college. Thanks for watching.